Welcome back to the Deep Dive, business owners and C-level execs out there. It's Lex here, and with me as always is the amazing Vera.
Ready to get into some serious data today, Lex?
You know it. We are taking a deep dive today into a recent article on KSL.com. It's sponsored by BKA Content. They're a digital marketing agency specializing in SEO. They make a pretty bold claim in the article. They say that local SEO is going to be the biggest opportunity for business growth in 2025.
That is a big claim. Let's see if it holds up to scrutiny.
That's what we're here to do on the deep dive. Unpack it, see what the data really says. The article starts off with a pretty startling statistic. 58% of businesses are not optimizing for local SEO.
Wow.
That's a big number.
It really is.
When you think about all the businesses out there, what do you think's going on here, Vera? Are businesses just not aware of the potential they're missing out on? Or is there something else at play?
I think it's a little bit of everything. Some businesses might be intimidated by SEO, like it's too technical or it takes too much time. Some might just not get it, underestimate how important it is, especially those businesses that have been doing things the old way for years. But I think the big thing here is that all these businesses not doing local SEO, that creates a huge opportunity for the ones who do.
Like finding a gold mine that nobody else knows about.
Yeah, a chance to really stand out online, become the leader in their local market.
Get ahead of the competition.
Exactly.
And the article highlights something I've definitely noticed. The rise of near-me searches. You ever find yourself searching for best pizza near me or coffee near me, Vera?
Oh, all the time. Especially coffee near me.
I know, right? My phone probably knows where I'm getting lunch before I do.
That's just how people are these days. We want things instantly. We want things now. When someone searches for bike repair near me, they're not messing around. They need help and they need it now. If your business doesn't pop up, you're missing out.
So just having a website isn't enough anymore. It's about being right there when they need you.
You got it.
And they back this up with some compelling data. 76% of people who do a local search end up visiting a business within 24 hours.
Wow, that's huge.
That's not all. 28% of those visits turn into a purchase.
That's incredible.
Those are conversion rates that any marketer would dream of.
You rarely see numbers that good.
The article uses this example of two bakeries to illustrate their point. Imagine there's a bakery that's been around forever. They rely on people just walking in. Then a new bakery opens up down the street. But they're all over local SEO.
So they have a Google business profile.
Yeah, and they're showing up for all those best croissant near me searches. They've got great online reviews too.
Who do you think is going to get new customers?
The new one, like a
a
classic David and Goliath story, but with a digital twist.
Love that.
So local SEO isn't just a quick fix. It's a long-term strategy.
That's right.
Like a snowball rolling down a hill. It keeps getting bigger and bigger.
That's a perfect analogy.
Every piece of content, every good review, every citation makes that snowball bigger.
And harder to stop.
Exactly.
Which makes it even harder for the competition to catch up.
The longer you wait, the harder it gets.
Right.
The article is sponsored by BKA Content. And they're obviously big on businesses hiring an agency for their local SEO. But do you really need to hire an agency to be successful? Could a business owner handle this themselves if they're tech savvy enough?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? DIY or bring in the experts? That's something we should definitely unpack in the next part of our deep dive.
Stay with us. We'll be right back to tackle that very question. Welcome back to the deep dive.
We're talking about local SEO and how you can use it to really grow your business.
We talked about how important it is and how so many businesses are missing out.
58% of them, in fact.
Yeah, that's a crazy number. It's a huge opportunity.
Huge.
We also talked about those near-me searches. People are looking for solutions right now.
They need help, and they need it now.
And they're ready to buy.
28% of them, after doing a local search.
Those are some seriously impressive numbers.
They really are.
The article we're looking at today, it's sponsored by BKA Content.
Right.
And they talk about how important it is to hire an agency for local SEO. But is that really necessary? Could a business owner do this themselves if they knew what they were doing?
That's the question, isn't it? Is it a DIY project, or do you need to call in the experts?
What do you think, Vera?
Well, there's definitely a learning curve. But it's not impossible to learn. There are tons of resources out there, tutorials, blog posts, even free tools from Google.
Okay, so it's doable.
But here's the thing. Local SEO isn't something you do once and then forget about it.
Right.
It's ongoing. You have to keep at it.
Like tending a garden.
Exactly.
You can't just plant the seeds and walk away. You have to water them, weed them, make sure they're getting enough sun.
You have to stay up to date with the latest algorithm changes, make sure your business information is consistent across all platforms, manage your customer reviews.
Sounds like a lot of work.
It can be, especially if you're already busy running a business.
Which most business owners are.
Right.
So that's where an agency can really help.
They have dedicated teams who focus on this stuff all day, every day.
You know all the ins and outs.
They're constantly monitoring trends, testing new strategies, making sure their clients are ahead of the curve.
It's like having a dedicated team of navigators.
Exactly.
Guiding you through the ever-changing world of local SEO.
But I want to be clear. Hiring an agency isn't the only way to be successful with local SEO. There are plenty of businesses out there killing it on their own.
So it really depends on your specific situation, your resources, your goals.
Exactly.
But one thing's for sure, local SEO needs to be a core part of your business strategy.
No matter what.
The article makes a good point. Local SEO is an investment, and it pays off over time.
It's not a quick fix.
But the sooner you start, the sooner you'll see results.
More visibility, more customers, more growth.
So we've covered why local SEO is so important, and we've talked about the pros and cons of DIY versus hiring an agency. Now let's get into the specifics. What are the actual steps businesses can take to improve their local SEO?
Let's do it.
We'll be right back after a quick break. To dive into those tactical insights, stay tuned. Welcome back to the Deep Dive.
We're ready to get tactical.
We've talked about why local SEO is so important and whether to go DIY or hire an agency.
Now it's time to get our hands dirty and talk about how to actually do local SEO.
Give us the game plan, Vera.
Where do we even begin?
That's what I want to know.
Your Google My Business profile.
EMB.
That's ground zero. Think of it like your digital storefront. It's often the first thing customers see when they search for businesses like yours.
So it's important.
Very important.
What should we be focusing on there?
Accuracy and completeness. Make sure all your information is up to date. Your business name, address, phone number, website, hours of operation, everything.
Got it.
And don't forget about photos and videos. They give potential customers a visual feel for your business, and they can really help you stand out.
Makes sense.
And then there are customer reviews.
Yeah. Those are huge these days.
Huge. Reviews are social proof. They build trust and credibility.
So how do we get more reviews?
Encourage your happy customers to leave reviews on your GMB profile. And don't forget to respond to reviews.
Both positive and negative.
Both. It shows you're engaged and that you care about what your customers think.
Okay, so GMB is the foundation.
It is.
What else do we need to do?
Your website. Your website needs to be a local SEO machine.
How do we do that?
First things first. Make sure it's mobile friendly.
Mobile first.
Exactly. Most people are searching on their phones these days, and Google knows that.
So if your website isn't mobile friendly, you're going to get penalized.
You got it.
What about the content on the website?
Use location-based keywords.
Like what?
If you're a pizza place in Salt Lake City, you'd want to use phrases like best pizza in Salt Lake City or pizza delivery in Salt Lake City.
But don't just stuff keywords in there.
No. It has to sound natural. Focus on providing valuable content for your local audience.
Right.
And if you have multiple locations, create separate pages for each one.
That makes sense.
It helps Google understand where you are and match you with the right searches.
Okay, so GMB and website are covered.
What's next?
I'm taking notes over here.
Local citations.
What are those?
They're online mentions of your business on other websites.
Like what?
Directories, industry platforms, social media.
Got it.
Make sure your business name, address, and phone number are consistent across all those platforms.
It's all about consistency.
Consistency is key. It builds trust with Google.
Okay, what else?
Backlinks.
Backlinks.
These are links from other websites to your website. They're like votes of confidence.
Mhm.
The more high-quality backlinks you have, the better your website will rank in search results.
So how do we get backlinks?
Reach out to other local businesses, community organizations, industry publications,
Mhm.
and ask them to link to your website.
It's like networking.
Exactly.
But online.
Precisely.
This is a lot to take in.
It is. But remember, you don't have to do it all yourself.
Right. We talked about hiring an agency.
You can also find a lot of great information online, tutorials, courses, forums,
So there are resources out there.
tons of them.
Whether you go DIY, hire an agency, or do a bit of both. The important thing is to make local SEO a priority.
Absolutely.
The article says local SEO is an investment, and it pays off over time.
The sooner you start,
The better.
So to wrap things up, is local SEO really the biggest opportunity for business growth in 2025?
I think so. More and more people are searching for local businesses online. And if you're not showing up in those search results, you're missing out on a huge opportunity.
It's all about being the go-to solution in your local market.
Being there when customers need you.
So what's the takeaway for our listeners?
Claim your Google My Business profile. Optimize your website. Build those citations and backlinks. And if you need help, don't be afraid to ask for it.
Great advice, Vera. Thanks for joining us today on the Deep Dive. It was my pleasure.
We hope you learned a lot about local SEO and how it can help your business grow.
And remember, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. But the second best time is now.
So get out there and start optimizing. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and keep diving deep.